Hello, now we are covering the duodenum part. Last time we have covered the stomach. Now we cover the duodenum. Duodenum. So first, there are some important points about duodenum. Length, it is around 25 centimeter, equal to esophagus. Parts, it has four parts. About its position, retroperitoneal or intraperitoneal is slide first, 2.5 centimeter is intraperitoneal, intraperitoneal, and remaining remaining is retroperitoneal. So it is mostly retroperitoneal organ. This is the important point. It is mostly retroperitoneal peritoneal. Then and it is a passage for food which continues from the stomach. Then it is a passage for the stomach food for which continues from the stomach. Passage for food. Passage for food. Done. So first we take a section of the duodenum, their position and location. So these are the vertebrae. Remember, it is present in the lumbar region. So these are the lumbar vertebrae. L1 vertebra, L2 and L3. These are the three vertebrae. L1, L2 and L3. And duodenum is like this. First part go, then it descends, and then it crosses the border and come to the left side like this. Then again it ascends. So know we know there are four parts of the duodenum. So these are the four sections. First is first section is 5 centimeter. This is first 5 centimeter section. Then this is 7.5 centimeter. This is second part. This is 10 centimeter. And the remaining is 2.5 centimeter. These are the fourth part. So this is first part. This is second, third, and fourth. Fourth is ascend up to the L2. First, it starts from the L1, then it descend to the L3, and then again ascend to the L2. So these are the four parts of the duodenum. Now we take the relations of the duodenum first. We cover the relations of the duodenum. Important one. Relations of duodenum. So we divide the relation into anterior, posterior, and we take first part relations initial. These are the relations of the first part. First part. We take anterior and posterior relations. So first part is like this. This is the initial first part. Then behind we take first posterior relations. These are the posterior relations. Behind the duodenum, there are three things present. One is the portal vein which go into the liver. So this is the portal vein. It is behind the liver. Then one is the, we know, a branch of the abdominal aorta called celiac trunk, which divide into two sections. Above it is a common hepatic artery branch of celiac trunk. Above it descend into the hepatic artery proper and then ascend, which ascend to the liver and then descend a branch called gastroduodenal artery, which is again the posterior relation of the duodenum. And the one is important, bile duct. Bile duct also in the posterior relation of the duodenum. So these are the three things which are in the posterior relations. We can write bile duct, portal vein, and these is the gastroduodenal artery. Gastroduodenal artery. These are the three posterior relations. That these are three posterior relations. This is a celiac trunk, not in the relation of the duodenum, but it is a branch of celiac trunk branch, which is called common hepatic artery. Common hepatic artery. Then common hepatic. These are the posterior relations. Now come to the anterior relations. Direction of the first part of the duodenum is direction is important. It ascends, it goes superiorly, posteriorly, and then into the right side. Direction is superiorly, because we can say this is the go into the superiorly. Posteriorly, it go into the posteriorly slide. Posteriorly and in right side. This is the direction of the first part of the duodenum. Now come to the anterior relations. Anterior relation. So in anterior relation, we can also again draw the first part. Here there is a gallbladder which come into the anterior relation of the duodenum. This is the gallbladder. And one important another thing is caudate lobe of the liver. Here we know liver also present. So liver also in the relation of the duodenum. Liver also in the relation of the duodenum. First part. Here is caudate lobe of the liver. This is the caudate lobe. Caudate lobe. and this is the gallbladder. Gallbladder. So these are the anterior relations of the duodenum. Okay? These are the anterior relations of the duodenum. What? One, gallbladder and the caudate lobe of liver. Now come to the second, third, and fourth part. We can here write also superior and inferior relation. Superior and inferior relation also. So superiorly superior relation में we can write above duodenum there is a foramen called epiploic foramen, which is also called foramen of Winslow. It is also present above the duodenum. Remember, it is a remnant part of the remnant just defect form in the lesser omentum, which create a opening in the lesser sac behind the lesser, which is a connection between the greater sac and lesser sac, lesser omentum के behind. Epiploic foramen. Epiploic foramen. Done. And inferior relation में this is superior and inferior relation. Inferiorly we have inferiorly we have which part? Head of pancreas. Head of pancreas. Because we know a curvature of the duodenum in which head of the pancreas fit in it. So it is the inferior relation of duodenum. So these are the relations of first part. Now come to the second, third, and fourth part. Same time. Second, third, and fourth. So here we have anterior relations and posterior relations. So first we draw a diagram for the posterior relations of the second, third, and fourth part. Then now we draw a vessel. Okay. In left side we have aorta. We know. Then and here is gonadal vessels, and the important thing is gonadal vein, left gonadal vein, which is drained into the left renal vein. Then so these are the things. Another important thing is ureter also. Then and the important one muscle is, which is also important muscle, the psoas major. The psoas major also in this relation. The psoas major muscle. Then this is the psoas major muscle. So these are the posterior relations of the duodenum. How duodenum is located? So we locate duodenum like this. Here is the second part of the duodenum. This is the second part of the duodenum. Then this is the third part, and this is the fourth part. This is the duodenum, our duodenum. This we can locate duodenum. All these things are in the posterior relation. There's the second part, there's the third part, and there's the fourth part of the duodenum. So we can write relations in proper sequence. First, we write the second part relations. Second part. So second part, all these are posterior relations. Posterior. These are posterior relations. Second part, we have what? This is the hilum of the kidney, hilum of the right kidney. Then renal vessels, ureter, edge of the inferior vena cava. This is not very thin. Here is in inferior vena cava also include edge slightly. This is the duodenum. Remember this edge of inferior vena cava also include. So we can write first. We write hilum of hilum of left kidney. Then renal vessels, renal artery and renal vein, ureter, IVC, inferior vena cava, then psoas major, psoas major muscle. This is muscle. These are the second part relations. Now come to the third part relations. Third part. So for third part, we have again ureter, IVC, abdominal aorta, gonadal vessels, psoas major. All these things are the relations in the third part relation. We can write first. We start this from ureter, IVC, and abdominal aorta. Then ureters, both ureters, psoas major, and gonadal vessels. Gonadal vessels, arteries basically. Arteries, veins also include gonadal vessels. We can write simple gonadal vessels, arteries and veins. These are the third part relations. Then now come to the fourth part relation. So this is our the fourth part. Our fourth part. For fourth part, we have again we can include what things as medial border of the kidney. Which kidney? Right kidney, ureter, all these, and psoas major. Medial border of kidney, ureter. Which kidney? Oh, this is left. These all are left. Ureter, left, and gonadal, gonadal vein, basically left. And psoas major also include psoas major muscle. Done. So these are the relations of the duodenum sections. Done. These are the relations of the. These are posterior relations. Remember. Now come to the anterior relations. For this, anterior relations basically we don't have much things. Anterior relations. We again draw a simple diagram for this. Let's say this is the duodenum. Is now this time we draw duodenum first and draw the structures on it. In posterior relation we draw the structures first and then draw duodenum on it. So let's say this is the duodenum. This is the duodenum. Done. So first, in first part relation, anteriorly we know the gallbladder. Then here we know a liver present. Liver choroid lobe also include. Mostly duodenum is covered by liver. This is the liver portion. Here is liver present, and important another thing in relation of the third part, there is a transverse colon. This is the transverse colon. For this we don't have separately. We can not. We don't write separate relations for this. Superiorly, we have stomach. We know the curvature of the stomach. This is the curvature of the stomach for continuation. Done. So these are the structures. This is first part, liver. Done. This is transverse colon, and this is stomach. Stomach. This is transverse colon. Transverse colon, and the abdominal wall, which is the most common thing we cannot we don't write. So in anterior lesions we write liver, caudate lobe, another is stomach, lower section, lower, which is superior. Superior to superior to which part? This is superior to third part. Third part. Done. And here we know pancreas also present. Remember, in this curvature, pancreas also. But superior relations, if we write the superior relations for third part, superior, the pancreatic curvature, pancreas, head, tail, neck, all come in this relation. Done. And transverse colon. Transverse colon is in front. Slightly front and slightly superior. Again, third part, anterior and superior. Done. For superior relation, superior relation to third part, we can write pancreas, head, pancreas, head, neck. These are superior to third part, rear to third part, and medial to which part? Second part. Medial to basically medial or left, medial to third part. Sorry, second part. Done. So these are the anterior relations of the duodenum. These are the anterior relations. So we have covered the relations of the duodenum. So so these are the all things we have covered now. Basically, duodenum orientation, complete duodenum orientation, its length, its position, its orientation, its relations, anterior, posterior, first part, second part, all these we have covered. Now we go to the internal structure of the duodenum. Duodenum internal structure. Internal to duodenum. Internal to duodenum. So internal to duodenum, we again draw a part. This first part, second. Here, second part is most important. Done. In first part, it is continuation of pyloric. It has first a duodenum cap. Anterior portion is also called duodenal cap. duodenal cap, and it is plain. No any wall. It is plain. Plain, no any folds present here. No any folds. Now come to the second part. In second part, there are many things. First, 1 and 2. What are these? Are the papillas. This is minor papillae. These are the basically openings, just opening. We call papilla. This is major papillae. Major papillae. Done. Basically, these are the papillae. And one important thing here, we have circular folds of duodenum. Many circular folds present in this region. Here, these are not much prominent, but in later, these are prominent. These are prominent in basically in jejunum is they are very prominent, and then ileum they decreases again. These folds, what circular folds called plica circularis. Circularis. Then these are the folds, plica circularis. And there is another thing, another small fold which descends. This fold is called plica longitudinalis. Longitudinalis. These are plica longitudinalis. So these are the folds which present inside the duodenum. And position, what about the major papilla and minor papilla? So basically, major papilla is 8 to 10 centimeter distal from pylorus of the stomach. And this is, so here is the major papilla and this is the minor papilla. The position of the major and minor papilla is between 2 centimeter. Minor papilla is around 2 centimeter above the major papilla. And what about the role of this? So the duct of the pancreas and the duct of bile duct all open into the major papilla. Then this is the pancreatic main duct. This is the main duct of the pancreas. And the one important is accessory duct. Accessory duct open into the minor papilla. Then these are the ducts of the glands, ducts of the pancreas. This is major and minor. And the one important duct is hepatic duct also join in this and open into the major papilla. Then these also open into the major papilla. Important. So this is the role of the duodenum. Now major papilla and minor papilla, plica circularis. All these help in mixing the food and passing. So these are the internal structures of the duodenum. Now come to the important ligament is, which is a ligament called ligament of Treitz. Basically, you can write here ligament of Treitz. One is ligament of trids. Then we know there is the duodenum. This is the duodenum hole. This is the duodenum. We know whole duodenum. There is a one ligament which extend between the which extend from the crus of the diaphragms. Hmm. There is a crus of the diaphragm. This is the right crus and this is the left crus. Basically, the extension of the diaphragm. A ligament extends from the right crus to the duodenojejunal flexure. This is called this point where again jejunum also extends. From here we can say the jejunum extends. So this point is called duodenojejunal flexure ligament, which is called ligament of Treitz. Then is the duodenojejunal flexure, which is called it has three parts: anti one third, upper one third, middle one third, and lower one third. Then upper one third is made up of skeletal muscle form. Middle is elastic fibrous, and the lower is smooth muscle formed. Smooth muscle, smooth muscle formed. Then, so this is the ligament of Treitz. Now come to the blood supply of the duodenum. So again we draw duodenum, blood supply. Blood supply basically is done by the arcuate branches of the celiac trunk branches. Complete, mostly. First we draw duodenum. This time we draw slightly big. This is the duodenum. So first we know There is an artery present. We know a gastroduodenal artery ascends from above. It has one anterior branch and the posterior branch. It goes from behind the duodenum and it divides into anterior and posterior branch near to head of the pancreas. Then these are called anterior and posterior superior pancreatoduodenal arteries. From behind, from lower, there is another artery which comes and anastomose with this. These arteries are called inferior, anterior, and posterior pancreatoduodenal arteries. Then, and we know this is the gastroduodenal artery. This is a common hepatic artery. All these give branches to supply the duodenum. Basically, which branches? Arcuate branches like this. Small arcuate branches. Some arcuate branches from this. Some arcuate branches from this, like this. All these give arcuate branches to your duodenum. Then, so this is how blood supply of the duodenum occurs. Then, which artery? This is the, we can write, common hepatic artery. This is not it much like big, because this creates some misconception. Then these arcuate branches are this side also. Small arcuate branches. Done. So this is the whole blood supply. This is the common hepatic artery. This is gastroduodenal artery. These are anterior and posterior. You can write anterior and posterior superior pancreatoduodenal arteries. Very long name. And these are the anterior and posterior inferior pancreatoduodenal arteries. Then pancreatoduodenal arteries. Similar like this. Just these are inferior branches, these are posterior branches. This is inferior. Superior. These are superior and these are inferior. Similar pattern. Done. And these are the arcuate branches. Arcuate branches. Then gastroduodenal, basically this. These are the important blood supply of the duodenum. Similarly, the portal vein is for venous drainage. For venous drainage, we can write, wait. For venous drainage, there is a portal system, similar like arterial. Venous drainage for has portal system. Portal system. Done. For venous drainage, we have portal system. This is the important thing. This is the blood supply of the duodenum. Now come to some clinical aspects of the duodenum. For duodenum, we have one clinical aspect, annulus of pancreas, in which during development of pancreas, the ventral bud, we can say this is duodenum, and here is pancreatic bud. When development, this ventral bud divided into two. It it take turn from the one and posterior side, and one part take from the anterior side, and it blocks the duodenum like this. Basically, curvature, it covers the duodenum like this. Tortuousness आ जाती है because both side duodenum is covered by the bud of the pancreas. Ventral bud, we can write this the ventral bud. Ventral bud. Ventral bud cover blocks duodenum from both sides, which which result क्या होगा इसका? The result is obstructive jaundice. Obstructive jaundice, because bile duct also blocked. Jaundice. Then another is ulcer. Another clinical aspect is ulcer. Duodenal ulcer, in which duodenal wall is completely eroded. Duodenal wall eroded. Erosion of duodenal of duodenal wall. And we know behind the duodenum there are important arteries present. So there is a problem in this case. Duodenal wall. Behind duodenum, blood vessels present. So there is a big problem. Blood vessels present. One important thing, ulcer may be present in anterior wall and the posterior, but the most common most dangerous is posterior. Dangerous ulcer. If we write dangerous ulcer, then dangerous is posterior ulcer, because in posterior side we have vessels. Posterior ulcer is more dangerous due to vessels, blood vessels. Done. So basically, these are some clinical aspects of the duodenum. Then now we can cover some important point also. So here, next time we'll cover the intestine, small intestine, basically remaining small intestine and the large intestine, cecum, rectum. Next time we'll cover these sections. Done. Thank you.